Yes, everybody, watching the West Ham Network. Hope you are all safe and well, my friends. Happy Thursday afternoon. We're getting close to the weekend and close to West Ham against Wolverhampton Wanderers in Tampa Bay, which is taking place over the weekend. But anyway, it's Ham and Headlines in association with the KUMB.com boys. Lunchtime today. It was time for the Rusty Rumour Roundup. 175 players will be linked with, enough to fill 7 Premier League squads. There we go. I think we signed 3, obviously, first team players and 3 academy players, like Lewis Brown and stuff like that. So we'll talk about the under-21s in a bit as well. They were playing in a pre-season friendly against Alan Devonshire's Maidenhead United, who are on a few quid, thanks to us, thanks to the Max Kilman deal. But let's crack into it. 3 stories as per usual, and we'll get on it like Sonic. If I can press the right bloody button. There we go. That's it. There we go. Cool. No, press the wrong button. That's what I want. So, obviously, we are in the midst of our pre-season. The team are sweating their asses off in Tampa at the moment, ahead of 2 games out there against Crystal Palace and Wolverhampton Wanderers. But it does seem, according to ex-WHU employee, that from what he's understood, the players are very much enjoying their football under the new head coach. He was quoted in saying, "We understand he gets on very well with the players. He's building a real togetherness in the group, and his playing style is said to be one that they are really responding well to." We've heard the likes of JWP, I think Aaron Cresswell, Danny Ings have all come out and said they're enjoying the way he's playing. And also Caduce's as well. He's been mentioned. I've been told that the academy players are also, X has been told, not me, X has also been told that the academy players are feeling very much a part of things under the Spaniard. There we go. The club have also put out a few interviews from the current squad talking about the pre-seasons. Fabianski came out and said it's been very demanding. I have to say one of the most demanding pre-seasons in my career. But I'm not sure it's just down to my age or just in general. There's been a lot of hard work, but also enjoyable work, as all the things we are doing are good and there's an idea behind it. This is what pre-season is for, and hopefully will help us get a really good season. Even now, with a change of head coach, there is a different way of training. But I feel as if I'm still up to the standards and level. I love the sport and enjoy being out there and continue to give my best. Kurt Zuma was saying that pre-season has been really good, and I'm just looking forward to keep going and keeping the intensity high. Everything has been new. The head coach has come up with his own ideas of how he wants us to play. There's been some really tough sessions, but that's what the summary is all about. He's very patient and make sure we are all going in the same direction. I think we'll all see that hard work pay off. And now it's good to be in America and trying to get to the next level. So it does seem that there is a groundswell of internal support towards the Lopetegui style of play in terms of the training. We've seen the GoPro stuff with Mohamed Kudus and the various coaching staff. So it does seem so far so good. Obviously, proof is in the pudding in terms of, when we come round to that first game against Aston Villa and the season progresses. But encouraging signs on the training ground. As we mentioned, he has taken a number of the academy players with him out to America. And indeed, a number have had some minutes in the pre-season, like Freddie Potts, Lewis Orford, George Earthy, Caelan Casey, Gideon Kadoa, to name but a few. But the remaining under-21s, or quite a youthful side, not just under-21s, but to us under-18s as well, travelled to Maidenhead United yesterday to play a pre-season friendly. They were beaten 4-0 by Maidenhead in their second pre-season match of the summer. It was a first half flurry by the hosts, to be honest, where we fell to the defeat against the Vanarama National League opponents. 18 players were used from our side, and interesting to see looking at some of the players on there. So we've got, we had who do we have? Akpata, who signed a new deal. Dreamer. We had Lewis Brown, obviously. He signed, Kenny's son. We had Mayers, who signed a new deal earlier last year. Akpata, he played twice. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. The team was led by Levi Lang, Josh Briggs. Louis Zhao was playing, which was good to see because he was injured for pretty much the last 3 or 4 months of the season. Cam Schweier, who's could be going to Gillingham on loan, right? Batram as well. Josh Ajala, who's a lot of hope is on him in terms of being the next sort of striking option to come through from the academy. They had Brad Talagan, who's on loan, on trial. He was on the Hong Kong Sevens with us as well. Adiele, Simone. So it was a really youthful side, a lot of under 18s in that side against a very physically dominating Maidenhead, and physically they will be strong. And that's what we're saying. That's what I've been saying around in terms of the academy. It's important that we play. The academy plays, or the players play against people who are playing professionally or semi-professionally, but are playing regular, because you can have all the skill in the world, but it's that physicality. And to be honest, Maidenhead are quite a physically strong side, and some good performances. A few of the lads who only just turned 17 as well. But I think it's important in terms of their development to place, because what's going to happen is come August, most of them will be playing against their peer group again, with the exception of the EFL trophy games. But still, good outing for Mark Robson's side to get some minutes in their legs. And anyone saw Twitter, there's a lovely picture with Potsy and Dev, and it was lovely. It was lovely. Nice picture. And lastly, let's talk about Summerville, shall we? The Leeds Dutch winger. We were quoted, I think it was on Monday. Fabrizio Romano said we put a proposal to them, to Leeds, for their winger. 31 goal contributions last season, I believe. But apparently, we've hit a stumble block. What a surprise. Groundhog Day. We have hit a potential stumbling block with a club with both sides unable to agree a transfer fee. We identified the 22 as a key target for our new attack. I spoke about at lunchtime today. Matheus Soulé has basically said, look, I want to go to Roma. I want to play with Dybala. I want to buy Paredes. They're my friends, my Argentinian friends. I want to stay in Italy. I'm happy to see my contract down if that needs to be. So I think that ship could well have sailed, which could have meant why we've flipped our attention to Summerville, potentially. Leeds apparently demanding £35 million for the Dutch winger. We responded with 20 plus add-ons, but this was rejected out of hand by the Yorkshire club. Other clubs, Newcastle, Fulham, have also shown interest. So it does seem somewhat of a challenge to secure his signature. It may well be money plus player. We've been trying to flog bloody Danny Ings and or even Cornet, trying to get him in a they could get 25 million maybe with Cornet, who knows. It does seem we're considering options. And there's another number of other players we'll be linked with. Alexis from AC Milan, for example, who would be obviously a cheaper option. Leeds obviously sold Archie Gray already, so they may need to sell again to balance the books, because obviously they didn't get promoted. But it's a risk for them. Some of it was a very exciting player, a player who would add a massive string to our attacking bow. A front three, say we get Duran, for example, up front, and the three behind being Bowen, Kudus, and Summerville. Fucking hell, yes, please. And then maybe Paqueta and Alvarez. Yes, sign me up for that. But we'll see. We'll see. We don't know. We're just not too sure what's going to happen, to be honest. Anyway, that is it for me, my friends. Thank you very, very much for your time, as per usual. As a slight advertisement, so to speak, if you are in if you live in the Stratford area and a bit of a loose end, gents, tonight, can I point you to the Proper Blokes Club? They are a mental health charity promoting mental health and trying to get away the stigma from men's mental health. We're going to get Scott, who runs the club, on the channel soon. They do walks all over London South East. They do ones in Romford, Upminster, Hornchurch, but they're launching one at the Olympic Park today, 6:30, so a couple of hours time. Meeting outside the Lee Valley Velodrome. It's completely free. Walk and talk with other blokes in the same. Everyone's. It's good to talk, as Bob Hoskins has said, and nice guys. Although Scott is a Millwall fan, but it proves it doesn't matter what shirt you got on your back. All men, it's important to talk and get over the stigma of men's mental health. So if you are in the area, there's the details. We'll get Scott on very, very soon to talk about it in a bit more detail, probably next week, maybe, or the week after. Don't forget to check out. Don't forget my voice just broke then. Don't forget to check out leedsandmowerbrand.com for the latest news, reviews, and opinions. Until next time, take care, stay safe, stay warm, stay humble, keep the faith, my friends, and come on, you bloody irons. Much love. Bye bye.